Welcome to the DT-PT Wellness Podcast, where we talk about pelvic health, lymphedema management, and all things related for general wellness. I'm your host, Nadia Mills, a mom, a free spirit, and a pelvic floor health and lymphedema physical therapist. Our goals are threefold. 1, to increase awareness of pelvic floor dysfunction and lymphedema in all genders and age groups. 2, to share the knowledge you need to manage these conditions in plain and simple language. 3, have some fun and overcome many of the taboos that have kept us from addressing these topics in the past. So come on this journey with us as we explore these topics and talk about DT. Yes, let's talk about down there. This podcast is for education and reference purposes only. It is not medical advice or a medical assessment. Consult with your health provider for recommended care. Welcome again. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining us today on our first episode. I am so excited. You should see me doing my little excited dance right here. I am so happy that you have joined us on this maiden voyage. Who am I? I am a free spirit on pilgrimage in this world with a purpose and passion for helping people. There are a lot of P's in that sentence. Did you get it? It was a pun. Okay, maybe too soon. My name is Nadia Mills, and I'm a physical therapist by trade. I've been a physical therapist for the last 15 years, and in the last 3 years, I have become a mom, which is something I have always wanted to be. And in that blessing and experience, I ended up having some issues with pelvic floor dysfunction after giving birth. So it is through my personal experience that I was exposed to pelvic floor therapy, and then I became trained as a pelvic floor specialist. So it is now my mission to let the world know that we all, men and women, have a pelvic floor, and that there is help out there for dysfunctions that happen, whether due to pregnancy, injury, or just life in general. And so we are here now with DTPT, and we're going to discuss all of these wonderful topics related to pelvic floor dysfunction, but more importantly, the things that can help with everything that is going on, DT. Now, when I tell people I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, most people go, huh? What's that? And that response is really not that uncommon. I've started DT PT Wellness because I have had several patients that come to me, and sometimes they have no idea about pelvic floor health. They have no idea that they have a pelvic floor, but their doctor sent them and they said, okay, well, I guess I don't know how physical therapy can help me with my issue, but I'll give it a try. And I find that I spend most of my time giving a lot of education to patients because, first of all, like I said, many of them don't even know that they have a pelvic floor or how to connect to it. Pelvic floor health, even though it's been around for a long time, it's not widely known. And for a lot of the conditions we treat, a lot of people don't know that there is help. So in Europe and other countries, pelvic floor therapy is pretty much a standard practice. but it is now making its debut in the Western world, and people are becoming more aware because of our access to social media. Okay? So I am spreading the word. I want everybody to know that there are simple solutions and help for things such as incontinence, which is leaking urine, which is usually the big draw to pelvic floor health services. But there are many other conditions, such as constipation, painful intercourse, pelvic pain, tailbone pain, abdominal pain, back pain, hip pain, neck pain, etc., etc. The list goes on and on. There are so many things that are linked to pelvic floor dysfunction. It is mind-blowing that we don't talk about it. Okay? So as a pelvic floor therapist, my job is to help find out why you're having those symptoms and then to work together to develop a plan of action. In healthcare, we usually say plan of care, but I say plan of action because what I find with people who have been suffering from pelvic floor issues, there are some simple adjustments that can be made lifestyle-wise and activity-wise, like stress management, improved toileting and daily posture, diet adjustments, and deep core strengthening that can really make a huge difference in their overall health. So the goal is to help relieve the symptoms and, more importantly, prevent them from returning. So I've started DTPT Wellness because of the questions that I get from people. That's a lot of stuff that people just don't know about their own body. Okay. It's not like we come with an instruction manual. So we're all still trying to figure it out, right? And then there's the big taboo about everything that's in that area, DT. Whenever I have people come into me for the first time, they're like, what are you going to do for, and then they switch to a whisper, down there. Or they say, I didn't know they had therapy for, switch to a whisper, down there. So being me, I like to think I have a good sense of humor. I named my business DTPT Wellness for Down There Physical Therapy and Wellness. So there it is. Now you know what the name means. So I want to take this opportunity to teach everybody about a lot of the conditions that people have that they keep to themselves because they think, oh, it's only me and nobody else in the world has ever experienced this. And I say that, and it's sad, but that is how many of my patients feel. Because unfortunately, many pelvic floor conditions are missed or misdiagnosed because of the lack of awareness, or again, we just don't talk about DT. Sometimes people come to me and they've been suffering for years and they've seen multiple doctors and they've been told there's nothing wrong with you because we can't find anything in the lab work or the x-ray or the MRI or the CAT scan, blah, blah, blah. We've done all these tests and there's nothing showing up. But yet you're suffering. You know, the person is having pain, they're having difficulty passing urine, difficulty passing stool, difficulty with intercourse, or some other functional challenge. A lot of times they get the message that whatever they're experiencing is normal. It is not normal. Or worse, they're told, oh, just live with it. It's part of aging. Or for women, oh, it's just part of childbearing. Or, again, it's in your head. And for men, just tough it out. Be a man. No, no, that is not acceptable. There are so many things that can be done just if we paid attention and if we were more aware. And I am here because my goal is to get this information out there and to open up a line of communication. I want you guys to ask me anything. And I mean anything you have ever been curious about regarding DT. I am not shy. I talk about pee, poop, sex, stress, movement, posture, and all kinds of stuff all day long. That's like normal conversation for me. You cannot embarrass me. You cannot gross me out. I'm telling you, this is like my daily life. Be interesting to live with me. And I want people to feel comfortable with their own bodies. Your body is beautiful. No matter what shape or what size, it is beautiful. It is a blessing. It is a work of art. You just need to learn how to work it. And for me, it is also wonderful when I'm able to share something with someone that helps them to improve the quality of their lives, because that's really what I'm about. I am a helper. I have been placed here on earth to help people, and that is what brings me the most joy in the world. So please reach out to me. Let's talk. Ask me questions. Listen in and learn as much as you can. You can reach me on Facebook or Instagram at DTPT Wellness, and on the web at www.dtptwellness.com, or email me at info@dtptwellness.com. If you just have general questions, you can reach me by all of those means that I just mentioned. But if you have a personal question, you can go to my website and sign up for a free 15-minute consultation, and we'll get talking and get healing. So soak up all this knowledge. I hope I have not overwhelmed you, but instead have intrigued you and you feel more knowledgeable. If you have enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the podcast and sign up for notifications for the next one. Also, I really want to hear from you. I would love to answer your questions. If you have a personal question and that you feel you might need services, go to my website at www.dtptwellness.com and sign up for a free 15-minute consultation. If you have general questions or comments, reach out to me. Leave a comment in the section below for the podcast, or reach me on Facebook or Instagram at DTPT Wellness. Please subscribe and like and share this content if you find it valuable. I look forward to chatting with you again and answering some of those questions that you send in. And I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast.